Hey everyone, Chaos Giga here, and welcome to episode 3 of the Survival 1.16 series. And before we get going over towards the village, I want to grab my bed out of the mine, of course. Done forgot that. I went ahead and put up everything I'm not going to really take with me, so like my iron pick. As you can see here, I got a lot of redstone, some lapis lazuli, and a bunch of coal, and some more iron ore down there while I was mining. I only did about 30 more minutes of mining, so I had a pretty good chunk of iron ores, and as you can see I got a lot more cobblestone and all of that in here as well. So I'm going to worry about smelting that down after we go to the village, but like I said, I'm going to grab my bed real quick. So let me grab my bed. Alright, so I decided to go ahead and sleep again before we headed out that way. So I got my bed, and basically today we're just going to work on checking out this village to see what villagers we've got available to us, see if they have any crops over there, and see if it's going to be a great starting point for our base. Basically, my plan is to get started on a villager breeder right away, like I usually do if there's a village close by, because if not, then I just work on mining and trying to find some things to better my character, which right now I don't really want to make iron armor until we find out if there is iron armor already in this village and other things. So first off, let's go ahead and switch back to this. I don't think it's going to be a great idea to not place one of these down, because you want to be able to find your way back to where you started, obviously. So always leave markers for yourself, especially at the beginning of the game. I didn't bring very much food with me because I'm planning on this being a village full of stuff. At least I hope it's not an abandoned village, because that's really going to bring down my spirits if it is. So, more horses. Oh, we have cows. Finally, I found some cows. That's one of the things I also want to work on, is cow crusher. But at the same time, if this village is full of villagers, which I see a villager, yes I do, great. And is that that's a 4 tall sugarcane, is it not? It is. Isn't that like supposed to be super rare? I don't know. You'll have to let me know down in the comments below if that is super rare, because I have no idea. I feel like it is, because I've never seen one before. And we got more pumpkins. Awesome. So this village actually looked a lot bigger than it actually is from that far distance that I have there between me and it. Looks like we got more pumpkins, which I'm going to need a lot of. So we got more beds. Got trap doors that I can use for free. Already got an iron golem here, so they're pretty well protected. That's good. Got 2 farmer villagers. That's awesome. And we got hay bales. That makes it to where I don't have to grow wheat for a while. Once again, that is awesome. So it looks like we've got a pretty good start here. Oh, there's another house down there. Okay, the villager is a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Okay, that's one that doesn't have a job. So we have several villagers that don't have jobs. That's good. If we can just get them to go inside their little houses, and I could put dirt in front of their doorways so they don't get out and get caught with the zombies and get turned into zombies, and then we can... There we go. That's what we're looking for, some food. We got potatoes, so we can start our little farm. I think they have carrots over here, though. Yeah, it looks like they're growing carrots, but the carrots aren't already grown, so... So we've got a really good little village here. And you guys have like completely ruined your crops, it looks like. Or maybe that's just the way it's supposed to be set up now. Are you actually... He was actually sitting inside of his composter. That is hilarious. Now this will be a really good start for me to build a base right here. Or just run on the outskirts of this little village here. I can build my villager breeder right here within the confines of this space. And there's more hay bales down there. I think another farmer villager too. So this is almost perfect right now. And this goes all the way down into a cave, which I don't really like. I don't like that. Well, they've got an iron golem. There's several farms here, it looks like. That's good. We got carrots, we got beets. I've already got some potatoes, so it looks like I can grow some potatoes, get those going for the farm. So I will work on that for sure. As a matter of fact, we can probably get that started now. If I find a flat enough area. So we might work on fields today. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get these villagers inside their huts, which I'll have to wait until it's pretty much dark. Get them inside, block a couple of them in, and then so that way we can guarantee that we'll have a couple of villagers still alive, which these guys are kind of oddly just standing out in the middle of nowhere. We have 3 farmers already, which is really good. And that means the villager breeder is a thing that we can get started on in the next episode. So I think for the rest of this episode, we're going to work on our cow crusher. Well, at least we're going to get some hay bales, so we can at least have wheat available to us to use for the cattle. And then we're going to work on a field for the potatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and head back to where my little alcove is over here, my building, and then we'll start the field. Alright, so before we get started on the field, I just wanted to show you guys how it works with the dirt. I just placed 2 blocks of dirt in front of the door, basically trapping the villager inside their house. That way they can't come out and they can't be turned into a zombie, so in case we are gone for too long. But since we have 3 farmers over here, I didn't trap any of the farmers in. I think they'll be okay. If not, it'll be my mistake, and I'll just have to turn one of the villagers that I've trapped in their homes, which the one there and the one down there is the one I trapped. It looks like there's only 2 regular villagers and 3 farmers, so we're gonna go back to basically where we started, and we're gonna make a field. Okay, so one of the first things we have to do is basically just clear out the land of all the grass, which I like to just dump my bucket of water, because that clears out quite a bit at one go. Just keep dumping it, and then you can also pick up all the wheat seeds too, so you can grow some wheat if you wanted to as well after you get done doing this. But we're basically just going to dump a whole bunch of water to clear out the grass, and then we're going to measure out. There we go. Got some more cleared out there. Alright, so let's try right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. My hoe. Forgot my hoe. It's like the new most important tool to use in the new Nether. Surprising as it is. The game is still really lagging right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and store all of this stuff that I've got here. Maybe with the exception of the wheat, we'll make a wheat field too. Because later on I'm going to have to make me a cow crusher, so I have plenty of stakes until I get enough farmers up to master level so that we can have some golden carrots. Alright, so I like to build the 81 method. So that is this big old square. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just go all the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. So now I can just hold this down, and then we'll have one big old field. This is the method I always use. Some people just use rows. Apparently that is faster to grow. I don't see it being faster because I've grown quite a lot of crops in Minecraft and it still seems to grow the same speed. So that's literally 5 basically from the center. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 81. Obviously it's only 80 plots for crops, but the 81 method is what it's called. At least it's what it's been called to me anyway. Alright, so now we're just gonna plant everything that I have. We're gonna let all that grow, and that's basically gonna be it for the field. So that's basically the method I use. Once the potatoes are grown, once I get enough, or at least I feel I got enough, I'm going to plant all of them first so I can make sure I have a large quantity of potatoes. But we're going to use potatoes in this world because they were obviously the thing that I found in the chest. Most commonly to me it's the carrots. I don't know about everybody else that does this, but it's usually the carrots instead of the potatoes. So I'm going to use potatoes as the main food source, or at least the main crop, for the villagers to use in the villager breeder. So the farmer will harvest those for us, which means we'll get some free food. At the same time, we'll get some villagers breeding so we can start on our iron farm, which will make it easier for us to find or harvest diamonds, because we're going to use the iron farm and a bunch of villagers turned into smiths to sell iron to in order to get a bunch of diamond tools and stuff. So basically, this is how I like to do things, and ever since I figured out how to build the villager breeder, and it makes the game just more fun, to me anyway. Plus, I can still go and mine for more diamonds and stuff, so I can always get more diamond stuff and make diamond armor and stuff like that if I need to, but I can also purchase it from villagers as well with this setup I've got going on here. Basically, I believe that's going to be it for this episode. I think in the next episode we're going to start work on the cow crusher and a home. I want to get a home built over there close to that village, so I want to get everything from over here moved over there. I will wait till after I've grown the potatoes quite a bit, and then we'll start working on that over there. So that way we're closer to there, and we can start basically just building a village, because that's basically what we're going to be doing. So a villager breeder and a cow crusher. The cow crusher will be the first thing, a house will be the next thing, and then the villager breeder will be right after that most likely. So stay tuned. And let me know if you guys are liking these episodes so far. They will pick up as we go, I promise. It's just the beginning is kind of boring, I know, because the fact that most of this stuff is basically just everything everybody else is going to be doing when they start. But I really hope to start, once we start getting into the villager breeder and stuff like that, you guys will start to appreciate more and more actually how much I've learned through Minecraft and how to do things with the villagers and getting stuff done a lot easier in the game. I also have some future plans to do something with this. So I'm actually going to leave this here. And I'm going to leave the bed and stuff there, but I'm going to take the furnace and everything else with me, and all these berries I'm probably going to take with me and make my berry farms over there. So basically everything except this hut and that portal are going to get moved, because I plan on using that in the future. But like I said, I hope you guys are liking these episodes so far, and I'll catch you in the next one.